For Nutrien and Wagga Harness Racing Club, or Riverina Paceway, we are here at the Riverina Paceway. Laura Diebert, hello.
Hey Paul, thanks.
We're going to catch up with some exciting news, but Mark Barton joins me. First time for a long time. Hello, mate.
Yeah, it's been a while, mate. How are you?
Very, very good. Exciting news here for the Riverina Bardo. I'll talk to you firstly about it with Nutrien. We touched on it the other night on my show, but you must be rapt to finally get this across the line in a provincial track.
Yeah, look, I think it's great. Bring $1 million back to regional centre. I think everyone knows this track's going gangbusters at the moment. It's a fast track. I've just had a couple of days around talking to people interstate, and everyone you talk to is keen. They're saying, look, they love the track. It's accessible. It's fair because there's a bit of travel for everyone to get to it. And I think to bring $1 million race to a club like the Riverina Paceway, like the Wagga Club, it's a big deal for this community, and we should all get behind it.
Laura, I've been here earlier today. I've been out with a few of the breeders, try and catch up with a couple more of them as we go. No one in particular, just people that I come across. They're wrapped. One of the common things they've all said is they'll showcase this facility and this town.
Yeah, absolutely. The facility here is so underutilised at the moment, and so we just can't wait to show it off to the people of Wagga. And the series is just amazing. So to have that here is just spectacular.
The club do plenty right, don't they?
Yeah.
You can see that it's continuing to grow, getting bigger and bigger. Plenty of signs on the inside, sponsorship signs everywhere, and a commitment to improving and continue to grow.
Yeah, no, we can't do what we do without our sponsors. So to have that pool of people, continuing to grow is great. It also showcases, how much Wagga is getting behind us out here too, so to have that support from local sponsors is just amazing.
And Bardo, from your point of view, it is local but it is progressive, and that's the two ticks, and they're happy to do work with you as well.
Look, I talk to people. I was talking to people in Queensland. You get an 8 o'clock flight direct to Wagga every Friday morning. Now if you want to come here for a weekend of racing, which is our plan to race Friday and Saturday, you can be in Wagga by 11 o'clock in the late morning. You've got terrific restaurants, you've got great facilities for accommodation, direct flights out of Sydney, Brisbane and Melbourne throughout the week. So it lends itself to a whole lot. But if you drew a 300 kilometre circle around here from a breeding point of view, some of the best horses over the last 50 years have been born and bred in this area. So it's great to bring it back, and I think, again, like I say, I think it's a chance to really bring back a similar opportunity to what Bathurst enjoys now, where you've got that carnival where we'll have heats one week and then finals another, and probably 4 race meetings over sort of 14 days.
Laura, I was lucky enough to be here last year for your Cup night, and I forget the name of the races as well, but on that occasion, Harness Racing New South Wales, major part of the Cups, Carnival of Cups, off the back of that night. Like, they were so impressed with how you run it, said the club is going forward. Now with this, with the support of Harness Racing New South Wales, you guys must be wrapped. Yeah,
we're so excited. Harness Racing in Wagga's never looked better. So to have that support from Harness Racing New South Wales and Nutrien, it means a lot to our club.
Riverina Championships, I got it eventually. It just wouldn't come to me noggin. As a Diebert, as a horse person, and that, what do you reckon it means for these guys here in the Riverina to have a massive carrot dangled in front of them? Whether they can get one to the finals or not, who knows? But they've got the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Nutrien have been huge supporters of both the yearling sales and the harness racing as a whole. So personally, we breed and sell at the sales through Nutrien, and I think there's a lot of breeders in our area. So to have this brought to Wagga, it means a lot for the breeding industry as a whole as well.
Yeah, but
interesting one if you look at it. We obviously have your Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane are our the prestige sale, the premium sales as such. Then you go to Bathurst, but if you buy a yearling at Bathurst cost $12,000 average last season. You pay $3,000. That horse is eligible for the Bathurst Race Series, which was about 20-odd thousand, exclusive only to those horses. You can then come down the road to Wagga, and buy your yearling next year, we're guaranteed to see them run as 2-year-olds here once you buy them. So next year's sales, whether you're Northern Vic or Southern New South Wales, you're buying a horse that you can buy even out of any of our sales, out of Tasmania if you like,
and sustain them for these races.
So if you're a local enthusiast and you haven't bought a horse for a while, there's a huge opportunity. Like I say, Bathurst, you've got the Bathurst race, the Nutrien race, and you've got obviously your state-based incentives. So there's huge incentives, and you've got a really fair track. Like someone said in Victoria, they said, look, we're actually looking forward to seeing the trotters go around here too. So that'll be good for the Riverina to see trot races.
And there is a commitment, I believe, from you guys to start putting some trot races on so people can start to work out. You obviously have to work that out with Harness Racing New South Wales, but how that'll actually look. But that's progressive again.
Yeah, no, having trotters at Wagga will be very exciting for the industry, and it's something a little bit different, obviously, for the Riverina. But it'd be good to back those trotters and see them race at the Paceway.
Interesting one there, which I did have Duncan McPherson alerted me to. If you want to watch trotting on the last weekend in May next year, you can either watch the Elite Lop in Europe or you can watch the Nutrien finals here. So it'll actually be the same time as the Elite Lop in Europe. And like he said, that's a positive. He said use that to try and really ramp up the fact that we've got a $1 million race, and we've got the richest 3-year-old race in the Southern Hemisphere will be here in Wagga the same week as the Elite Lot runs in Europe.
Yeah, so we'll work to coincide with that one. We will say too, the trotting series is about to kick off at Bendigo on the 3rd of September, so we want to make sure people are aware of that. A couple of nice horses stepping out. There was a nice winner last night as well for one of my other sponsors, Rasta Trotters with Hammer, so it's getting exciting, that part of it. But next year it's going to be super exciting, because it'll be all targeted around May and getting people here and getting them to enjoy it. And that's a part of it. You said the other night, Barto, they've cleared a pad now. It's part for the Carnival Cups, but part for you. But it's going to give more access again for more opportunities, Laws.
Yeah, no, having that pad cleared and having that designated marquee area, it's going to be really great on these big nights to have functions and stuff in those areas, and somewhere exclusive too for our sponsors that we can give back to them.
You might have to get a couple of committee guys to pull their socks up and do a bit.
Yeah, Hogs.
2-1, I mean, so that's okay. That's okay. In joke, Barto, don't worry about
No, that's all right. Look, all I'd say is wouldn't have been 2 days, 3 days after we'd actually signed a contract to be here, and the club's they've moved the dirt, and I know, looking at what happens, and I know talking to Brett about it, you look at what they do when they had the overfill at Brisbane this year with the Inter-Dominion, and they ended up with 2 of those at the winning post, and there's so much you can do with those sort of facilities. And I think you look at the city of Wagga, it's one of the biggest regional sale yards in Australia, so there's a great agency community, and it's an equine community, so I'm hopeful we're going to be able to we're a couple of cases from the uni, we'll get people here to spend time here over that fortnight, not just that one night of racing.
It was interesting. I've been to a few places. Em and Jess Howe earlier on today, they said they'll bring friends. They said if we went to Sydney, they might be able to take a friend. Went to Melbourne, they probably don't even take a friend. They'll bring friends, and they think there'll be a lot of people flowing on with that.
And the Harness Racing New South Wales have committed to, post race, we'll have live music, good entertainment. We'll work with the club to make sure that we get something. Look, we want to see harness racing displayed in the main street of the city of Wagga, and if you look at it, $1 million race at the Murrumbidgee Turf Club gets huge exposure in New South Wales and across racing across all codes. This is going to be equal to the biggest regional prize pool in anywhere in rural Australia.
He drove Hammer last night at Ballarat. That's the same person that just went past just then.
Well, you're talking about the one, and I know you talked about on your show the trotter we do want to see here next year. I spoke to Milesy this morning actually, and he asked me where the trotters were up to. But we've got Sid the Sloth. Sid the Sloth is we've got our great mate Brett Welsh is also known as Sid, and we reckon he's a human version. So it's a cult following from the Nutrien team. But good luck to all of those people that are about to enter up for the next series.
And Barto, just one little bit of business. If you want to nominate your yearling, 1st of September for Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane. I think Tassie's open for another 20 days after that, and Bathurst doesn't open until the 1st of September. So there is time. But if you are going Melbourne, Sydney or Brisbane, make sure you get your entries in before the end of September. Scott Robinson and Dennis Picker. That means you've got that much time to go. So that's okay.
Couple of weeks left. But look, if you need any help with it, let us know. We've been sort of doing the ring round and talking to a lot of people, and I can say there's already some really exciting youngsters coming through the books, and I reckon there'll be 3 or 4 absolute standout fillies that I've seen already that are going to be I think the interest in fillies in Australia the last 2 years has been really promising. And if you look at the lack of breeding numbers the last 2 seasons, you've got to look at where that equilibrium is, when that number turns and people say, hang on, supply isn't where demand is. So I can only see long term it's going to be a positive sign for those people that are breeding quality horses.
No, absolutely, guys. Thank you. We better let it go because Laura's got to turn the speakers back on. I appreciate that. We'll be doing plenty more, but well done to both Riverina Paceway. Give it a follow on socials. Don't go looking for Wagga Harness Racing. It's Riverina Paceway across all your socials. You'll be able to get it there.
We want to see a record crowd here this next 2 years, mate. Yep. That's the idea.
No, absolutely. And Barto, well done to you. NutrienStandardbreds.com.au for all of that too, to be able to keep up to date with it. So thank you very much, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks, mate.
Nominations are now open for the Nutrien Equine Standardbred yearling sales for Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne. Nominations close on the 1st of September. Don't miss the opportunity to be a part of the Nutrien experience. Go to www.nutrienstandardbred.com.au for more information.